When my wife and I moved into our quiet suburban cul-de-sac, the one thing that sold us on the house was that there was no HOA. We'd both had enough of those petty neighborhood boards that think they run the world. No more letters about garbage cans or unsightly lawn furniture. For the first 6 months, everything was perfect. Then the HOA cops showed up. Started small. A couple of guys in matching polos and reflective vests knocked on our door one Saturday morning, holding clipboards. Their truck had Neighborhood Compliance Patrol stenciled on the side in cheap vinyl letters. "We're doing a routine inspection," one of them said. "Your mailbox color is not in compliance with Willow Creek HOA guidelines. You'll need to repaint it and pay a $200 fine." I raised an eyebrow. "There's no HOA here." "Sir, everyone here is subject to Willow Creek rules," the other one said sharply. "Failure to comply could result in liens." My wife, Emma, stepped into the doorway behind me. She's 5'7", slim, blonde, and has the kind of calm presence that makes people think she works in HR or accounting. They had no idea what they were dealing with. "Thanks," she said sweetly. "Please put everything in writing. Goodbye." And she shut the door. We ignored them. A week later, a violation notice showed up on our door. Then another. Then a letter demanding we pay $500 in fees. It was all clearly fake, but annoying. I told Emma I'd handle it. She smiled. "Don't worry, I've got it." The next Saturday, the HOA cops came back. This time, I was out running errands. Emma was alone. They pulled their truck right into our driveway and started yelling for her to come out. When she stepped outside, they shoved a phone in her face, recording. "You're in violation of HOA standards," one barked. "We'll be issuing fines. Refusing to pay is a criminal offense." Emma stayed perfectly calm. "Leave now." They laughed. "Lady, we're the law around here." That's when she asked, very politely, "Would you like me to call the sheriff? Or would you prefer I contact your supervisor at Langley first?" The taller one blinked. "Langley." Emma tilted her head. "I assume you know where the CIA headquarters is, right? Because I work there. And what you're doing right now is impersonating law enforcement. That's a federal crime." They froze. You could almost see their brains trying to reboot. You work for the CIA?" one stammered. Emma pulled out her credentials. "I've only seen them a few times. They aren't flashy like in the movies, just a plain badge and ID with an official seal. But apparently it's very convincing." "This is your one chance," she said evenly. "You will remove your fake signs, stop leaving notices, and get off my property before I make a phone call that ruins your week." The two of them glanced at each other, then bolted for their truck. They were gone before the engine had even fully turned over. By the time I got home, Emma was drinking tea on the porch like nothing had happened. "I think our HOA cops resigned," she said with a grin. The next day, we filed a report with the sheriff. Turns out, those two geniuses had been running a fake compliance patrol scam for months, shaking down new residents for money. Thanks to Emma's very direct intervention, they were picked up within 48 hours. Word spread fast. The sheriff himself came by to thank her for scaring them straight. Since then, no one has bothered us. Our mailbox is still the same color. And when we walk the neighborhood, I swear people give Emma a wider berth, like maybe they know. She never says a word about it. She just smiles. The best part? She told me later, I didn't even need to flash the badge. They were done the second I said Langley.